Once upon a time, there lived a lord whose palace was so splendid and so richly furnished that even the sultans could not be compared with it.
He had dishes of gold and silver, sofas and chairs upholstered in the finest silk.
The walls were adorned with every kind of curious antique. There was, however, something very odd about this lord.
The color of his beard was a rich and shocking blue.
His countenance was both distinct and unmistakable,
and so he was never spoken of by his real title,
which was grand and noble.
But instead,
he was simply referred to as Bluebeard.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Welcome, fellow humans, to our special playthrough of Bluebeard's Bride. I am Sarah Babe, your groundskeeper for the evening, and master of terror. Okay, maybe not. Let me introduce our players for tonight, the lovely ladies. We will start over here.
Hello, I'm Jenny Higgins, she, her, and my aspect of the bride is the witch.
Hello, my name is Jordan Fishburne, she, her, and my aspect of the bride is virgin.
Hello, my name is Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, and I am playing the Animus.
Last time on Bluebeard's Bride, the bride encountered the trophy room and might have experienced a little bit of trauma. So now that the bride is out into the hallway, let's move to the next door.
Whew. All right. What, is it just the next door down? Is this a shotgun hallway?
You can go
with
wherever you want to go.
Are there doors to the left?
Yes.
Should we work our way around the gallery, or shall we?
There are some stairs.
Always go right and you'll never be wrong.
We could start from the top and make our way down.
I mean,
as is tradition.
Yeah. So say we all. So say we all.
So,
as you are waiting and thinking,
yes,
a servant comes by and quickly bows and goes, "Madam," and walks away. As he walks away, you swear? You double check and you triple check. You swear you saw hooves?
Well, we did just meet a bunch of birds that used to be women. Why wouldn't the servants have hooves?
It could just be a different type of shoe.
Maybe he made Frederica, humanoid and we could talk to her.
Oh.
Frederica wouldn't have just called us madam and walked away.
She would not have done that. She'd have been really excited.
Yes.
Get some good scritchings in there.
Did the servant go into a room? They just went away?
He just went away.
Well, then...
You heard a little clippy clompy, climpy clompy clomp. And it slowly faded away.
Let's just see which key is next. I need at least 10 minutes before I encounter another animal person.
Fair. really fair.
This is where we cut to the inside of the next room and there's like
more animals.
A minotaur.
It's the zoo.
Right.
Bluebeard has a zoo.
This is a menagerie.
We've got a duck with a French bulldog's head. This is my favorite. So
The quack. French bulldog, okay. Bam. I'm funny.
let's just go next door.
Okay, the next one?
Yes.
This next room, the door is a fairly plain door. It's just a white wooden door with 2 panels and the wood in between it. Nothing terribly special. Looks to have a black doorknob with a black casing around the doorknob with the key and like little black filigree. Just kind of looks like a plain old door. What do you think the key looks like?
I think the key looks like it's a basic black skeleton key with a square end and just three teeth.
Okay.
The bottom 2 kind of come in at right angles with a straight one in the middle. Kind of looks like an M. And up at the top, it is just the decoration on it is just a circle with a bee in it.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Like the letter B?
The letter B.
Oh, God, I was thinking like a bumblebee, but okay, yeah. Letter B.
No, because if there's a bee on it, I'm going to walk into a room and it's going to be an apiary, and
The bees are
I'm
gonna
all
talk
of a
to us,
sudden allergic.
and-
I would. I would.
She just said no, Hannah.
Well, B, I think it's B for the bookkeeper's room. This seems to be like where all of the, my guess would be just a straightforward room where all of the accounting happens.
The accounting room.
Yes.
I like that.
It's a bunch of nude women processing cocaine.
You open the door. There's a lot of nude women.
Oh, pardon me.
I'm so sorry. It's like,
you open the door. How does the door open?
oh, it like a mild chunk of the tumblers on the inside, and just like a regular hallway door. Like it's not an unused door, but it's not quite as well loved as the hinges on the first door.
Okay. You walk into this room, and it is a laboratory.
Oh,
You have
I hate that.
even better.
You have benches on the side with stools on each workstation. You've got a few desks along the wall that have writing implements on it. There are beautiful windows in this room. But you swear this was next to other rooms, so you're not entirely sure why there are large stained glass windows on all 3 sides of the room.
I'm getting rose red vibes from this house. Fuck.
Can we
I don't know what that is, so we're good.
Oh.
can we see out the windows, or is it just stained glass with something akin to daylight shining through?
There is one window at the end of the room that looks like it's low enough and clear enough to actually see it through.
Okay. Well, my guess would be is maybe there's some space in between this room and the last where it's just like this is a narrow room that kind of shoots off from the building to catch daylight, but it isn't like sunshine coming through the wall. Let's see what else we've got in here. I'll bet you there's a simple explanation
Yeah, let's
for
go
all
around.
of this stuff.
Beakers and things. Is it that kind of lab?
Yes.
Or- okay.
Yeah, there's beakers and things. There's a section of the wall that has, anatomy, just your basic anatomy drawings.
I'd like to look at that.
They do happen. You'll notice they do all happen to be female,
Of course.
which is very interesting, especially for this particular time.
There's not like an operating table.
Doesn't look like there's a space for there's a space where this might be a lecture hall where there's space for a table and then some seats around where there may be a lecturer, there may be a specimen, and there may be people to observe and offer opinion.
Yep, there is room for that, most definitely. And if you look close enough, you'll see that there are scratch marks from like people moving chairs and stuff like that. And, you know, it looks like a wheeled track for whatever was in the center.
Are there any doors along the sides, or is it just windows? Is the only door in this room the one that I entered through?
You think there might actually be a door in the clear windows?
And right now, does this look like it is set up for
Use?
botany, or is it all anatomy? Are there things in jars?
There are things in jars. They seem to be more... I want to know. They seem to be more like botanical things that are being preserved in like whatever fluid they're being preserved in. Just as there's a section of like the anatomy posters and pictures and stuff like that, there seems to be a section for botany. There's a bunch of illustrations. There seems to be a lot of plant science happening over there. There are a few different setups of like titration and like, I don't know exactly what you call the ones where you have your burners and everything on underneath beakers that are actively being used right now. So it looks almost like somebody stepped out for a moment.
Okay, so there's open flame in this room right now.
Very much so. Super responsible. OSHA would be angry.
That's not how...
That's not how it works, man.
That's not cricket.
Definitely not how it works.
All right, so...
Can confirm, working lab.
Are there any, like, notebooks or journals or...
Mm-hmm. There are definitely notebooks. There's an open notebook at the botany table that has all of the active flame, because, you know, paper and flame.
Uh-huh.
Bullets and guns.
And there are a few small bookshelves in each kind of, like, quadrant of the room that seem to be, from what you can tell without looking very hard at the titles, you kind of see words that look like they go together with, like, botany and, like, anatomy and maybe, like, history, like, natural history, so, like, animal stuff.
What's through the doors? The clear ones.
As you head towards the door opens before you get there. Oh, you must be the new madam. Hello.
Hello.
I am sorry, I am Dr. Georgiana. I am the chief researcher here at the palace. And I do, you know, the research and the experiments and keep track of all the scientific information that the master has brought back from his journeys. The samples of rare botanical herbs with fun little side effects.
Including a little hay fever, I see.
I have no idea what you're talking about, dear lady.
We all have to powder our noses once in a while.
I mean...
So, how long have you worked with the master?
Oh, you know, for a time.
What kind of time?
A good time.
Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Georgiana, is that a first name or a surname?
Jordana? We'll do that surname.
Okay, and how does Dr. Jordana identify?
I think
is Dr. Jordana wearing a dress or trousers?
I think Dr. Jordana identifies as they.
Okay.
So quite an androgynous look. Sometimes looks very feminine, sometimes looks very masculine. Just kind of depends on what they are researching.
All right. And what's cooking on the burner today, Doctor?
Would you like some?
Well, I'd like some information. I don't know if... It's a little early in the day for me.
Oh, it's not that early.
I'm only 2 rooms in. And I have so many keys.
Trust me, this will make all of the rooms much better.
Oh god. It's LSD!
Is it a plant extract?
Yes.
Or mushrooms.
And what would my lord have to do with, like, is he making medicines? What is...
Yes, medicines.
Can I investigate a mysterious object?
You may.
I would like to ask, what about this item is odd or uncanny?
Which item?
The journals?
The concoction.
Which concoction?
The one he's offering us?
The one he's offering us.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to be an ass.
No.
I was kind of like, wait, which
But
one?
there's a lot going on
There's a lot of
here.
objects.
There's some things.
What's the thing closest to the door? I want to know the thing closest to the door. But no, what's cooking?
Okay, so...
We add, what is the truth about this item?
Yeah, so what do you... I'm sorry, what did... 2 questions?
Yes, what about this item is odd or uncanny, and why did... Whose item is this?
This item belongs to Dr. Jordana.
Okay. What about this is odd or uncanny? This item.
You have never seen something that is purported to be of the medicinal usage that is so pretty. Like all of the tinctures or pills that you've ever taken in your entire life have always been just a little white pill.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be, again, because I freaking love it, an iridescent powder with a slight pink tinge to it, depending on the light.
Dr. Jordana, this is a beautiful concoction you've come up with.
Why, thank you. It was quite amazing. It's a lot of the crystallization of the, what am I talking about? You're just the wife. You don't know what all of these things are.
Can I investigate the notebook? While they're laughing, I'd like to investigate the notebook that's closest to the concoction and the open flames.
It's written in pig.
You know, yeah, I'll let you. Like, if you want to take a look at it a little bit more. I'm sure Dr. Jordana is in the middle of extremely condescendingly explaining this to you. Not because you're a woman, just because Dr. Jordana seriously thinks they are the smartest person, period.
And
Maybe.
how often do they get to talk to someone?
Right.
Like-
So they're gonna go. This is their hyper focus.
Yeah.
This is 100% their hyper focus. They are going to info dump like a motherfucker.
Good. I like knowing things if I can understand them. Yeah.
Well, and you see, the orthophosphate clings to the metallics that happen to be in the compound. Because I know plants don't have metal in them, but there's a tiny bit of the metal that shaves off into them when you're cutting them with the right kind of metal knife.
Wow.
It's fascinating. And then when you have the mortar and the pestle, and you're mixing it down into the powder, you can add a little bit of graphite to it.
Oh.
What use does my husband have for your tinctures and potions?
Why, recreation.
Okay.
There. Okay.
And recreational.
I mean, it could be
Recreational drug gay.
I mean, it could be also medicinal.
You never know until
He
you
does
find out.
need an heir, after all.
Well, then, I notice that there is a great deal of anatomical knowledge in here, and, well, being fresh off the farm as we are.
Oh, you must know a lot about anatomical things.
Well,
Did you give birth to any sheep?
Not personally, but I witnessed it several times.
Oh, that is fascinating.
And you also have to know what to look out for, because sometimes nature needs help.
Sometimes you just need to pull your hand up in there and grab a leg and pull out.
Life finds a way.
Life does
Because
find a
I
way.
am there.
Well, sometimes the sheep want to greet the world back end first, and that requires a little bit of rearranging.
Same with children.
So I've heard. But as my knowledge is largely of a functional, earthy nature, could you suggest a book in here that might help fill in the blanks on more practical matters?
Why? Madam.
Doctor, of course. I'm looking only for your expertise.
Well, if you'd like some expertise.
Oh, I'm just looking for something to read. Something with pictures.
About what?
Wifely duties.
Why wouldn't you talk to the maid?
I don't know that I've met her yet.
Does the maid seem like a lady who knows what's going on?
Right.
Well, if you're looking
Isn't
to do
she
wifely...
unwed herself?
Oh, no, you mentioned that his lordship needs an heir.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about folding fitted sheets. I'm talking about...
You can fold fitted sheets.
Very well, yes.
Yes, it is my particular magic.
What kind of magic is that?
Wifely duty kind.
Wifely duties.
It's been passed down from our family.
Yes,
Really?
A family
Yes.
skill, you could say.
it's a linen origami that
Yes.
one such as yourself, I'm sure, has no time for.
I have heard of the origami. It is very good for holding the powders that I make for him.
Ah, yes.
Would you like some?
Powders? Yes. Not for now, for later.
Oh. Well, why not now?
Well, not now, because I am a mind only for business right now.
But it is business if you take it.
Well, it is your business, but surely not my business.
But I don't have many friends in the palace.
Well, I shall be happy to be your friend, but...
So you'll take the powder?
Well, I will take it as in... I
Take
will
the powder!
I'm gonna caress a horror. I'm gonna have to reach out and touch this thing. Okay,
I'll get this
when
out
I
of the way.
caress a horror, roll plus blood.
Okay.
Okay. And luckily I have +1 blood,
Yay.
as is in my
Roll
nature.
your dice!
Now, does that mean I get 3, or is it still just 2?
It's just 2 dice?
Oh, but then I get to add 1.
Correct.
Because of blood.
Correct.
Because blood.
Yes,
That's
because
how,
blood.
That's how the kids say that.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is 10.
That is...
Plus
No, that is 11.
Oh, that is 11.
Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's great
job.
for you, but no fun for me.
Good job, sister.
And what does it say out of 10? Or at 11, I'm sorry.
At an 11. This one goes to 11. When you caress a horror, on a hit, the horror is swayed by your stroke. Direct what was intended for you to another victim in the house. On a 7 to 9, it will shift its attention, but only if you participate in some way. So,
Oh, he's totally giving the drugs to the maid.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
she can have them prepared and ready for when his lordship comes home.
Yes.
And it'll be going on.
It could be directed to his lordship. I mean, unless it has to be somebody currently in the house right now.
It doesn't really say anything like that, so...
No.
No, it says you have to necessarily see it.
Yeah.
Well, then, perhaps I will come and see you for something for me later, but would you do me the kindness of preparing his lordship's favorite so that I may present it to him when he comes home?
I mean, I was hoping. to take observations.
Well, this is only my first day, and while I am friendly, I am a bit shy.
The powder will help you be less shy.
I know, but I should save the first time of being less shy for my husband.
Oh!
And I'm hoping that you will keep this confidence, because his business did take him from my side so quickly.
I do have books for you then.
Yes. Now, and again, it is my shyness that perhaps caused me to be a little extra delicate and precious with that knowledge.
You poor dear. You poor dear. You poor thing. And you want him to have the powders for your debut.
I want it to be a time that he will never forget.
Oh. I doubt that will happen.
But that changes the nature of the powders, I'm certain. But I will never forget.
I mean, if you want me to give him the powders, give the powders for him, I guess we can do that, but are you sure you want that for your coming out into womanly society?
Is there something that I should know?
Oh, no, not at all, nope, the Masters.
Even if it means that it would be for my own good and the longevity of my spirit and physical being? Is there something I should know?
No. If you experience any adverse side effects the next day,
like I turn into a bird or something.
please let me know. I don't know if I necessarily... do you want me to check things?
Oh, no, his lordship made sure that I saw the village physic before we left and came here.
Oh, thank God.
So yeah, no.
Oh, thank God.
I am, yes. That has all been seen to.
But are you sure you want him to have the powders for your deflowering?
If you were in my stead, what would you do?
I wouldn't have gotten married to him in the first place. Powders! I'm on it! The books are underneath the lady pictures.
Excellent, thank you. I will choose a book, and I will take those with me, and I will decide in the moment based upon your good counsel.
Yes, making powders.
Yes.
It sounded like dangerous for us. We haven't ever, and for the first time to be something like that, we don't know what to expect.
Well, now we know a little better.
And if we take one of those books...
I've got one of those books.
Oh, fantastic. Just bring them back whenever.
Well, thank you. I mean, I won't go far with them. I live just down the hall.
I know where you live.
You do.
I do know where you live. And we're friends now.
We are.
Oh, are we?
So I know that you are looking after my best interests.
Are you?
In your heart of hearts.
Are they?
Because it would really be an unkindness were you to bear false witness to me in this early stage of our relationship.
Besties.
My dear, this little pill,
Yes.
you will want to take this. My dearest friend.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. Just remember my intent. This is a kindness. Indefinitely. Take that. And Dr. Jordana is actually going to turn off all of the beakers. Set all of the things that were on heat onto trivets along. Make sure all of the books are back where they need to be, and we'll slowly go to the corner, open up a small book, and start slowly writing. And all you can hear is, I did what I could. I did what I could.
So let's propose the truth and leave Dr. J to their
Weird notes.
yes.
What's he saving us from?
Are they being incredibly melodramatic because they don't understand, matters of husband and wife?
Or do they understand far too well? And this is a soporific that is going to keep us from experiencing the horrors of whatever there is waiting for us. So I'm leaving the room I have 2 items.
A book and
I have a book and a pill.
I don't know if you're supposed to leave it to, but I feel like that's perfect.
Well,
that's good.
because in this moment, it's kind of 50-50. Where the token of faithfulness is, I'm going to read up on how we can best please the old man.
He's not old.
He's pretty old.
Well, that guy.
Jordan
In comparison
Grimmist.
to us.
Beardo.
He's
Our
not
Beardo.
old Jordan Grimmist.
our husband. Yes. Well, and for as many wives as he's had, I'm sure he looks remarkably young. There is nothing that puts us closer to having trust in our husband.
I mean,
Well,
if we think that Dr. J is making the kinds of drugs that will ease childbirth, that will ease those kinds of things.
But also, we know that men don't know those things.
I wonder, because he mentioned so much about the recreational use, but then also pointed out that he sounded scared for us if he used that on our nuptial night. That can't have been for nothing.
Taking it slightly one step back, Bluebeard does not know about those things, which is why he has employed Dr. J.
This is true, and he wants a greater understanding of those things that have to do with when you're in the business of having a lot of wives. You should know a lot about that sort of thing, and we've picked up a book on those sorts of things. We picked up a book on the birds and the bees and things, and that could be good, and that could very much solidify what feels so weak right now.
And Dr. J seems like a bit of an eccentric, but they don't also seem to know much about the birds and the bees, as it were.
True. Very relieved to not have to do an exam.
Yes. Which was an odd request.
If we're supposing that our dearest husband hired Dr. Jordana to teach him how to properly conceive an heir, but Dr. Jordana doesn't seem to know a tail from a nose.
I don't believe the lessons were in the conceit.
Okay.
They were in the health of
Okay.
the post,
Yeah.
as it were, conceit.
He may not know the intricacies of how it got there,
Yes.
but is studying studying everything he needs to know about when it needs to leave there.
Okay. You can make the decision, but the virgin is nervous.
Well, all right, show of hands. Is this a token of loyalty or disloyalty? Who thinks it's a token of loyalty?
I think Dr. J was so weird.
Dr. J was so weird. And a token of disloyalty? Well, 2 out of 3, I would prefer to not take another trauma. So this book, this book of handy tips and tricks on what to do on your wedding night, I think is going to be a token of faithfulness, at least on our part.
Okay.
You healed, too. You healed a trauma.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
yay.
even read that part.
But also, since I did caress a horror, oh, that's just a ring move.
Yeah.
If I make a ring move, does that mean I give up? And am I limited to how many ring moves I make?
No.
I mean, the way I'm going to play it, you can give up the ring whenever you want.
Awesome.
That's a ring move. Give up the ring.
I think the book mentions like not passing it back and forth between 2 people, so we
Yeah.
might want to
I
go
think it's
just
supposed to go
circular.
circular.
Yeah. For 3 people at least. You can play
No
up to
tag backsies.
5. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we've made it out of that room. Do you want to go to the next room? Or do we need to lie down? Do we need a sandwich?
Sandwich. We could find the kitchens.
We could find the kitchens.
Which door looks like the kitchens?
You're not entirely...
Kitchens.
Or is there a room that looks like it's just for us?
I don't know. We will probably find that out next time on Theater of the Mind Players plays Bluebeard's Bride. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.